What is up, everybody? It's the Higgs here, joining you from MMOplay.com, and I got a first look for you today on a game called Stormthrone. This is a free-to-play MMORPG, so let's jump on in. Alright, well, right out the gate, I'll say nice variety of class choice, more than I expected. 6 classes, looks like they all vary on 3 different stats: attack, defense, skill. Looks like there, at least right now, is no character customization beyond class choice. Alright, so graphically this looks like a lot of the other free-to-play MMOs. Oh, you can jump, that's fun. It's a cool little jump. Looks like auto-follow is an option, or auto pathing is an option, but doesn't do it right out the gate. That is refreshing. Yeah. Oop, little full screen issue. There we go. Oh, that should do it. Wow, too, I'm noticing, great, not mouse-based attacks. Fantastic. Give me some key binding love. There's a pretty comprehensive mini-map up there in the top right too, you know. A lot of times with these games it'll just have a spot here, a spot there, or even worse, you can't really tell what's going on at all. But that mini-map up there is pretty nice. I'm guessing the corresponding map is nice as well. And you know, part of what I love about not having auto pathing on by default is what just happened. I have to wander around a little bit to figure out where I'm going. And for me, that's part of the point, you know, with an MMORPG especially. I don't want to be told exactly where to go. I want to wander around in the universe for a bit and get a feel for the atmosphere that I'm playing in. So I've really got 2 abilities right now. My just standard attack, and then there's one that stacks up and makes the enemy's defense rating or armor rating worse. And I'm assuming these can all be rebound. I'll try once I get a few more abilities. Gear update here, let's see. Check this out. That's a nice, wow, look at all those stats. It's a nice array of stats. This is surprisingly great. You know, it's one of those free-to-plays that so far I don't see anything too, like, incredibly innovative, but it's bringing together a lot of elements that we're all familiar with. Oh, a shield throw. I love those. Wow. Ah. Love shield throw. Just gonna play with these. Oh man, it bounces to 3 enemies, I think. Fantastic. See, now combat already with really just 2 abilities, the third being an auto attack ability. Already combat is a blast. So like I was saying, you know, there's not anything you haven't seen before, but it's all executed very well. The combat is already super fun. You know, the art, scene design is derivative for sure. I'm not going to say it's not, but it's still well done, I think. Looks like we got a boss fight. Demon Lord. So I've stacked up my armor, decreasing armor crusher is what it's called. And I'm running a rotation on this guy. And it's working like a dream. So even the bosses are working in a way that you would expect in a larger scale MMORPG, where there's actually, you know, like tactics. You know, this would be like a normal good place to stop for a first look. You know, we got a little taste, but to be honest with you, I want to see what the next few levels are like. I want to see what kind of abilities I get. I want to see how I can work those into rotation. If the key binding works as well with more than 3 abilities, really only 2. I'm not really using the auto attack that much. Also, like the you know, particle effects, the spell effects in a game like this, a free-to-play MMORPG, could be a lot worse. I mean, it's nothing like mind-blowing, but it's pretty good, and best of all, it's functional. It makes sense. It doesn't slow down the game at all. It doesn't, you know, it's not so good or so poorly designed that it interrupts gameplay. Or that it distracts you from gameplay. It just works. It just works well. For the Paladin class anyway, and I see a few other people around me playing, and it looks like theirs are going the same way. And something else that is just working that I wasn't expecting to see working is the story. There's not like a huge, like, immediate lore grabbing, oh my god, I'm so compelled to keep playing this to find out what happens story. But there is a little story going on. It's a little bit more than go here, kill this, although that's definitely most of it. But even any little attempt at a story in a game this size, free to play, you know, MMORPG, I appreciate it. See, again, like, not having the auto path. I love it. I love having to wander. Because you know, all this stuff, even if I'm going the wrong way, I may not have ever seen this stuff. I'm not going the wrong way, but even if I was, it's still, wandering is good. What a great name. Peter Grimm. Peter spelled the cool way. Is that Peter Baelish's name spelled that way? I'm trying to remember. Littlefinger. Game of Thrones. Anybody? Isn't that how he spells his name? I don't know. Somebody leave a comment. Let me know. Checking out the chat, see if anybody wants to chit chat. This beta just opened up recently, so I was also expecting a lot more lag issues, a lot more disconnects problems, stuff like that, because there are a lot of people who are into this beta, a lot of people playing right now. But so far I've had 1 or 2 itty bitty lag issues, but nothing you know, that I would care about really, or even notice if I wasn't doing the first look. Man, I love that shield throw. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love it in pretty much every game, but it's working especially well in this game. Got a new skill. Let's see, what's this? Hammer toss. Divine hammer with stuns. Great.
There's no time for that. We must rally.
So I hope that means, because they're throwing stun abilities at me already at level 6, I hope that means that eventually there are abilities that you need to stun. I don't know that, but that would indicate, you know, in my mind, that either there's a PvP element or I guess there are enemies that whose abilities you need to stun or interrupt. In either case, that's great. Well, it looks like you upgrade skills as you go along, although that doesn't seem much of a choice. In, like, doesn't look like you have to choose one skill over another. You just pay gold. So as long as you've got gold, you can upgrade skills. That's a little bit of a bummer. Kind of wish there was a skill tree variety so you could choose which path you want to go down. Look at that big blue guy over there. Guessing that's the next boss we're gonna have to fight. I keep getting polymorphed. It's fun. Alright, let's see. Guess we're going after big blue guy. Dark Colossus. Alright, Dark Colossus. Let's work a rotation on this guy, working our stun. Oh, that is a nice stun. Worked very well. It looks like that thing shooting from his head is maybe a area of effect kind of spell that you had to avoid. I was out of it, so I don't know. I didn't step into it, but it looks like that's what it was. If that's true, that is also great. Oh. Dude, move. I can't get my bracers. Ugh. Alright. Oh no. Not wounded soldier. Anyone but wounded soldier. We had no indication whatsoever based off of his name that he would be wounded. Poor guy. Man, that shield has a long range on it between bounces. These soul eaters are a little bit tougher. I'm not saying they're hard, but they're a little bit tougher than the first few enemies we fought at earlier levels. So that's encouraging as well to see that as you level up, the enemy difficulty is just slightly higher than where you're at, which is what I think is perfect. You don't want enemies to be just face rolls at equal level, but you also don't want them to be ridiculously difficult either. You want them to be just slightly harder, slightly better than where you're at. And that's just like random enemies. I don't mean that for like bosses, obviously. Whoa. Look at that. I hope my next quest is to kill that thing. Oh, another new skill. Let's see what this one is. Solar Eruption, Holy Power, 15. Oh, it's a dot. I'm going to mess with my hotkey configuration here. I really want to try and work like a legit rotation on this guy. Alright, let's see the shield. Yeah, let's try this out. Get rid of my auto attack. I'm never gonna use it. Alright, here we go. Stack some armor breaks, get that dot in there, stun him. Shield break, shield throw till morning. Look at that. That was so much fun. I mean, rotation worked like a charm. It makes sense. The abilities all flow with each other. It's not just a random collection of stuff, you know, it makes sense, you know, get the enemy armor rating down, then throw a hot or a dot on there. Great. And we got a little bit of a story. See, I'm just telling you, man, Stormthrone is really surprisingly good. Again, you know, it's a little derivative, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of stuff you've seen before, but it works, man. As all these elements coming together, it just works. It's fun to play. It's easy to jump into. It seems like there's a little bit of a pay-to-win path for you, but I haven't felt the need to seek out that path at all. I'm having just, you know, a great amount of fun without it. So, oh, there's an auction function too. That's awesome. Yeah, man, this is a great free-to-play title. If you're into these sorts of games, I would definitely check it out. I've been the Higgs from MMOplay.com. What do you guys think? Are you playing this? Are you interested in playing it based on what you've seen here? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.